Oh, hi there. How you guys doing? Hope you're doing good. Now I think about it. I don't have my chat. Okay, I don't have my chat open. I think this is my chat. Hopefully it's my chat. No, definitely not my chat. Okay, let me open up my chat then. Because my laptop updated, and so I don't actually have my chat open. So pop-up chat. There we go. Now I have it open. Now, as for my stream, let me open it as well really quick. And there we go. Okay, now I have everything open now. Okay. Well, anyways, how you guys doing? Hope you doing good. I actually have like like a phrase to start stream now, but I don't know. Whenever I feel like it's the time to start using it, I will use it. But first, I kinda want to maybe prepare a couple of commands and stuff. But yeah. Anyways, um, so what have I been doing? Same as usual. Trying to fix my NixOS, which is basically already like fixed. Because I discovered what the issue was, and it was basically that I first of all, I had like everything kind of messed up because I didn't have like all the files in like a same directory. Well, in the same directory, like being like in a same parent directory, let's call it, where I have like the main directory, let's say, and then I have the files, maybe in different directories, but basically they are all inside the parent directory. And so yeah, I just didn't have it structured like that, which wasn't like that huge of a problem, except that I have my configurations in another part, and how I have things configured. It was supposed to be reading the configurations of that were like directly in like that same directory as my flake file, and those configurations basically were like the default ones, and so I just had to copy my old configurations, which were the ones that I was actually modifying, to the new ones, and then that didn't fix things, but that like started to show me that okay, now it was actually reading like the correct stuff. And so I just like started changing stuff from there, and from there I just moved everything like to the parent directory, as I said, and I started to change a few things in my configurations that were giving me issues. And after a while, it actually, well, after a while, and by a while I mean literally a few minutes ago, a minute ago, or 2 minutes ago, it finally stopped giving me errors. Now, however, there is one major issue, that is that I am not getting any visual output, sorry. No, well, whatever. I'm not getting a graphical interface. And so I need to fix that, and I will actually fix that. Well, I may not fix that right now. Probably not be fixed with this change that I am about to do, but I want to do one little change right here, which is that basically like this new version of NixOS no longer supports. Well, it actually does support it, but the way that you wrote a command, a specific line of code has changed. Like the syntaxes, the way of writing it has changed, and so I just need to change that one word, sorry, to make it work. Because even though it's only a warning, it might be the reason of why this is not working, and so I just want to make sure that that's not. I just want to discard that option. So let me just fix this really quick, which should not take like that long. I know you're not seeing my command, my virtual machine or anything, but this should be fast. Unless I'm fucking blind and I'm not able to see it, which is also a huge possibility, especially knowing me. And yes, I am totally blind and I'm not fucking seeing it for some reason, which I do not get. I also need to comment a few lines now that I look at it. I will be doing that in a bit. Give me a sec here. One. One enable. Okay, this might be an actual issue. Maybe hardware. Yeah, I think this is the one. And you're telling me is hardware graphics enable, no longer hardware OpenGL enable. So now I just need to change this for graphics. Graphics. Need to make sure that I don't commit any syntax error, which I am really prompt at doing. I usually do commit the syntax error. Apparently, graphics. Yeah, no, it's fine. And now I just need to check if this actually works. So I rebuild this stuff. And then I shut down and reopen it. I actually can just do a reboot probably. But I just prefer to do a shutdown just in case. But probably with a rebuild is more than enough. But oh well. Let's just do a shutdown, just to like be super safe, and that's it. Now, boom. Now I reopen it and now I check. But yeah, I have been doing that and nothing more in reality. Yesterday I actually went to sleep not that long after streaming and I basically slept until like 4 a.m. So I kind of missed a lot of the day, but I mean, I at the same time, you could probably say that it was not a missed day because I started to work also like really early, like around 6 or 5 a.m. something like that, and then I worked almost non-stop for I don't know around 8 hours or something like that. Well, the point being is that I probably worked around 8 hours or 9 hours before I like streamed and then went to bed. And so like you could be like, well, that's acceptable, but for me it is not. I don't like to sleep when there is still daylight. Um. Oh yeah, I wanted to open this stuff. Well, yeah. Well, anyways, so what I want to do today is I don't know if I actually want to play the pony. So I might just we might just finish watching the video that we were watching, and then I will actually probably just model a bit because I need to fix a few models and I need to create one more model. And then after doing that I can maybe play if I have not been streaming that for that long and I don't feel tired. But you know me, I usually my cap is usually around 2 hours, and so I will probably end it around there. But we will see. We'll see if I am able to continue or not because it just depends on the day. But yeah, usually like my gap is around 2 hours. That's when I am starting to feel really late. Which I mean, it could also be due to me like having been working the rest of the day, and so like now when I start streaming I'm actually pretty tired, so maybe that's also like the reason of why I'm not able to like stream for that long as for example Wasi does. Because Wasi does stream for at least 4 hours and stuff like that. And I look at that and it's like, oh my fucking god. How does this man have so much fucking energy? I don't get it. But yeah, I'm just not able to do that. Emilia Fox as well. He has been streaming for really. Well, these past few streams that he has been doing, he has been streaming for 5 hours at least and stuff like that. And it's like, Jesus Christ, how can you do this? I seriously don't understand. I stream for 1 hour and a half. I'm already starting to feel a little bit tired during like only 1 hour and a half, and then from there it's just like downhill. Okay, well, I didn't got any visual interface either. I might actually try another thing, but I think I will leave that to for a little bit in the future. But yeah, in theory, I should now be really close to getting it working, because once I get the visual interface, that means that this is actually working. I think I know what might do that, but for now I will actually be shutting the virtual machine, which is something that I never do, and I should, because it actually like takes a lot of power, since I gave it like an awful lot of RAM and CPU and stuff, just for it to be basically like my main machine, like my main host operating system. And so by doing that, it just consumes a lot of fucking CPU power. Now, but to be quite honest, like my PC is a fucking monster, because I have I have previously streamed with my virtual machine open, also be rendering a video. I'm recording. I'm streaming. Well, I was streaming, and I think I also had like 5 or 6 streams open, and like it was freezing, but I mean it was like 5 minutes it worked perfectly, or 10 minutes it worked perfectly, and then for about a minute and a half or something like that, it froze. But this is still like pretty impressive in my opinion. Well, anyways, bot ban. Now, let me think. Yeah, we want to watch some videos. Okay, let me actually open a video up then, and then we can continue on. Let me have a look over here. Okay, YouTube. Yes. Now, my previously watched videos. History. NixOS, no. Die Scheiße. Yes, that Scheiße. Alright. Next up. I want to share this stuff, so give me a sec here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Transition, once more, make sure to go follow Andy. Great fucking cook. And he has like a ton of recipes and stuff, and yeah, just overall really good videos, and especially for like the type of channel that he is, which is cooking stuff. So yeah, you do make sure to check him out if you like watching cooking videos, and especially if you like also cooking yourself. But anyways, let's watch this, and then we actually like start to model a bit of things, and from there we will see what we do. Now let me just open this up my computer a bit, just to make sure that everything is correct. My setup is quite a bit of a mess, because I don't actually like have that much room for my mouse.
So this is our sausage. This is kind of the
Ooh,
sausage
boy.
famous.
And that's what you like to see. When you see something grilled, you want to see that grilled marks.
So this is our sausage. This is kind of the sausage that made.
Look at that, that shiny sausage. Really fucking shiny. That sausage might clog up your main spot. Oh boy, does it taste good.
They call it. Elgin hot guts. Takes about 45 minutes to cook.
Okay.
We roll it.
Also, this man, this man cannot be more American. If I tell you, give me an image of an old man, an American old man, this man is the first thing you see. If you think of an American, this guy shows up.
Takes about 45 minutes to cook.
Okay.
We roll it over. As you can see by the grill marks here. We roll
American greener or whatever you would call someone who does barbecue and stuff. This man shows up immediately.
And what wood are you using here?
Look at
We
those
use
beauties.
Post Oak.
Post oak. Yeah.
Central Texas barbecue. Post
By the way, like if you are grilling, I don't know too much about grilling to be quite honest. Like I have never grilled and stuff, but I have watched a fair bit of videos. And also, like my father loved making grilling from time to time and stuff, making some barbecue, I guess you could call it. And one thing that I do know is that choosing like what you will grill is actually decently important. I will not say super important because I don't think like it's the most important, but it is just like one of those things that is just like the cherry on top of the cake kind of situation, where choosing the type of fuel that you're gonna use, and by that I mean, for example, if you're gonna grill with especially wood, well, carbon is the same thing. But if you're gonna grill, let's say with wood, like depending on the wood that you use, the flavor of that smokiness is totally different. And so there are a few like types of wood and coal, which usually people who know about this stuff likes to use because they are known for really good flavors. And so yeah, like knowing that stuff just puts like that cherry on top of the cake and just
Oak is
takes
one
the
of
flavor
defining
to the
things
next
about
level.
I love these brick pits. We
From
don't
time
see
to
those
time.
in Australia. We only get the big, the big metal, offsets.
It's well seasoned, as you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think
You know, one thing that I would actually love is, for example, my uncle. Okay, sorry for posting a lot. You know the drill. Now, from yesterday, when I watch videos, I yap a lot over them. So, you know those stone furnaces for cooking pizzas? Well, I would eventually love to have one of those in my house. Well, my uncle had one of those, and I mean, I don't think we actually ever cooked pizza there because I do know that many times I did told him about it, like being like, yeah, we should make a pizza here. I think they have actually made pizza from time to time. Also, my uncle, I think, for a good part of his life was a cook in Italy, so he knew he knew his stuff. Well, he knows his fair share stuff about making proper pasta and making really good pasta and making good pizzas and the overall like Italian food and just like cooking in general. But like it's Italian food, he's just goated at it. And I don't think, or at least I don't remember that we actually ever made a pizza there when I was visiting, obviously. Because I do think that they did actually make pizza there, but only like for the family, and not, by family I mean like for their daughters and stuff. And so like I don't think we ever made one, but I have always wanted like to make a proper pizza in a proper pizza oven. Which, for example, Joshua has one in his own, but like one of these ones that are made of metal and stuff, which are professional ones, and probably give a really similar flavor or even the same flavor as making it in a stone oven. Well, a stone pizza oven or however it's called, furnace or whatever. But there's just that part of me that is like, yeah, but like stone furnace just looks like, I don't know, like more professional. Like it will give it a lot more flavor. And I don't know. Overall, it's just like I don't know. I just see it and it's like, you cook me a pizza, then I'm 100% fucking eating that shit.
It's held together by the barbecue.
I mean, and if you show me this as well in here, I would be like, yeah, I don't care if it's for grilling or not. I see bricks there. Yeah, give me
so
that
that
here.
we can deal with the hot spots in the pits instead of having one long 42-inch one.
Sure.
We can just switch these links out and put them where we need
Those are some large boy.
to put them so they're all cooked just like we want them. You know, sausage is the item that we're known for, so we use half of our cooking space just for that. All right, over to this.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Like, if it's one of the things that you're known for, then it's probably like the first thing that runs out, or one of the first things that runs out. And so you want to have like a big amount of your cooking space just dedicated to that, probably, because you know that you will be getting order after order after order. Sorry about that. Like right away, with no like spacing, or almost no spacing. So you always want to have freshly cooked ones ready for the customer that just asks you
We haven't talked about
for
brisket.
one.
We cook our briskets out there, we pull them off, we rest them here, and then we wrap them in butcher paper.
Okay.
So
What is that for aging?
I'm going to pull one out here in a sec.
Cool.
And we'll cut it here if everybody
Oh,
wants to have a little
boy.
sample
Yeah,
cut.
sounds
Look at that beauty.
This is good stuff here. We trim it
No shit, Sherlock. That's fucking excellent
And
stuff.
just salt and pepper?
salt
Look
and
at
pepper.
that
That's
beauty.
another Central Texas thing. Is just kosher salt and pepper and post oak oil. Pretty darn simple. The
Yeah.
knife just goes right through.
It's pretty
This is
simple, but
sliced
once
so
more,
thin.
you need to know how much to put, because if you overuse them, you will feel it. And it might actually ruin the flavor. It's a really high chance that it ruins the flavor. So like using the right amount to get like that beautiful crust, and to also not have an overpowering amount of salt that overpowers like the rest of the flavors, or pepper. Like having a perfect balance is pretty difficult.
Cutting some butter out of the fridge. You're good to go on that. And then this is what we were just looking at.
I mean, just look at his glove. He was touching that
Our original
that meat,
sausage.
and his glove was already
just looking at.
starting to shiny.
Salt and pepper and post oak oil.
Yeah.
Pretty darn simple. The knife just goes right through it. If
Look
it's
at that
just sliced,
shine
almost like
in
you're cutting
his glove.
butter out of the fridge. You're good to go on that. And then this is what we were just looking at.
Oh boy,
Our original sausage. We can see it's nice and juicy.
it's a beauty.
Coming out, but it's all beef.
Yeah.
If you look in there,
And
And
like
is that
he
coming from your...
he opens it, and immediately you can see a little bit of juice just like
Trimmings from your briskets?
spreading out.
no, we buy separate ingredients. We use a lot of boneless navels.
Yep.
That's kind of the main component of ours.
I was born in New Zealand.
Give me
so
5
I
of
love
those
lamb, and
sausages.
It's not like super common in Texas barbecue, is it? But
No,
it's,
I think we're kind of one of the few.
Yeah.
We've served it a long time.
yeah.
I have a tendency to kind of massacre it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, let's taste some.
Taste a little bit. I need to give you kind of a Texas-sized boat to taste this
You see,
stuff.
that also I like. I respect that from this man, which is like, yeah, I will be completely honest with you. Like, my cutting here, it's
I have
not
a
the best.
tendency to kind of massacre it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like I'm just like directly making a mess here with like
Just a little
the
bit.
cutting.
I need to give
I
you
like
kind of a
that.
Texas-sized boat to taste this stuff here.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to start with the brisket.
Fucking delicious, eh?
Still
Delicious,
juicy,
eh?
Great bark. And then this is your most famous share, the sausage.
That's our sausage right there. Elgin Hot Guts.
I love the name. Beautifully seasoned. I love the casing. Nice pop on
Right,
the casing.
right.
That's a great sausage.
That's a result of we keep that fire up. You know,
Yeah,
we
right.
wanted 300.
The
so-
popping is I don't need much sausages, so I don't know that much about them. But like having a pop and feeling it is probably really nice. Because I get this just like kind of adds to the texture, let's say. But it's like if you have a balloon. Well, this is just my interpretation based on basically almost nothing because once more I have barely eaten sausages. Well, I guess like having that pop, it's similar to having a balloon full with flavors, and it's just like bursting open and all of a sudden like getting all those flavors. That's why I guess you really want like that pop.
So it's not tough.
And then the lamb breast. Is that just salt and pepper as well? Man, that's delicious. I don't know why more people don't smoke lamb. It's so good, isn't it? All right, well, the team have put on an incredible...
Well, smoking like many things is just like really nice. And why not? Because it just gives it a bit of flavor. I guess there are some things that is probably like not recommended to smoke either because it will not just give it like any flavor at all, or almost any flavor, and it's more of a waste of time and a waste of like the stuff that you use to smoke, the things. But probably in many things you can use it just to like give it a little bit more flavor. But about smoking, I do not know that much, to be quite honest.
But a huge thank you to Tom for showing us around. You've been a wealth of knowledge.
You're welcome. We appreciate you.
Saying that salad, by the way, reminds me that I kind of want to also like start to make a lot of salads just to like learn a lot. Because I previously saw a video of this man, and for example, the cabbages, he just cuts it kind of in thin lines and just grabs a lot of salt, puts a lot of salt in it, and just leave it there to ferment. And the salt just basically like doesn't dry them, but like makes it so that they start to extrude, to release all their water, and then he just stores it in a jar, and I guess to let it ferment a bit. And like that sort of stuff, where you put salt into things to let them release a lot of like their liquid, their uses is actually kind of common, and that sort of things makes it so that stuff gives a lot of flavor, and that way you can even avoid, well at least that's what I guess and what I think, you can kind of avoid from time to time like having the necessity of making a dressing, because that can like become a dressing.
Coming, and we always like giving folks a tour, and talking about Texas barbecue. So.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to eat this food, and we'll see you at the next spot. And we couldn't come to Austin, Texas and talk about barbecue without coming here, Franklin's Barbecue. These guys won the Texas Monthly Best Barbecue Spot back-to-back, and for good reason. There's a huge queue out the front every single day.
Monthly? Okay. Why monthly? And usually every year or something like that, but not monthly directly. Okay. That's, you must love barbecue a lot to do that, to do a rating every fucking month, man. I mean, also, like, if it's monthly, do you actually like care that much about it? Because it's like, yeah, I mean, they might just like get you in a day where you flop a bit, and then it's like, well, we flopped this day, but the rest of the days you didn't flop, and so maybe your competence, well, one of the other restaurants win that month just because that day you flopped and that they excelled, but the rest of the days maybe they flop a bit or they are just like good, but that's about it. So I don't know, I feel like for months like it might not like really represent like who is like the best today. Let's say.
So we're going to go queue up, get some food, and then we're lucky enough to talk to the man himself, Aaron Franklin, all about this historic barbecue spot. Let's go get some barbecue.
I mean, unless like you get repeated consistency, where It's like, well, you have been like this monthly, and this entire year you have won. Then people will go like, holy shit, this clearly is like the best of them all.
Special, I won't lie. I didn't
Because
order
he
the full
was
pork, but he
checked
insisted on
every
giving it to me,
month,
so that's usually a good sign.
and he was consistent.
Okay, super juicy, super tender. Oh, look, a little bit sweet, but not too much.
And then
It's a good
fucking
pulled
breaks
pork. I'm gonna
like
save the good for
crazy.
last, 'cause I think we all kind of know by now that's my favorite. The brisket looks pretty good though. Oh. Wow. Probably the juiciest brisket I've ever eaten. Delicious bark, almost like chocolatey with that bark. It's like super
Sure.
rich.
I mean, he
flavor.
did say that
I
it
reckon
was
that's the best yet.
a little bit salty. Sorry, sugary.
All right, we're gonna go for the
Which,
turkey next.
which, to be honest, like that's something that some people are afraid. For example, with a lot of fucking reposterian. Or, how do you say this in English? Okay, let me have a look here. Pastry. Wait, seriously? Pastry? Alright, well, with a lot of pastry and, well, just like, cooking stuff and all of that. By the way, I just realized that I have the t-shirt in backwards. Like, yeah, with a lot of, pastry and stuff, you want to add a little bit of salt because that enhances a lot of the flavor of sugar. So well, of sweetness, and so like it's really important to just add a little bit of salt. And with salty food, I feel like sometimes like adding that bit of sugar or like that bit of sweetness might also like enhance the flavor quite a bit. But you do need to be careful just to like not overpower and stuff like that. Give me a sec, I will put my chart in the correct way now. Okay, there we go. You saw nothing. Okay, well, let's continue watching them.
The stuff's supposed to be incredible. I'm not really we don't really eat much turkey.
I am not a fan of turkey, to be quite honest. I mean, I enjoy it more nowadays, but I am still like pretty. I don't know. I don't feel like especially good with it. Let's say like I am. I don't have like a real craving for turkey. Just like one of those things that if you put in my plate, I will eat. But if I can avoid it, I will probably avoid it because it's like, hey, it's good. But the majority of the times, I just feel like it's not like a flavor that stands out. Well, at least that's probably because for me, it's really hard to find a turkey. But I go like, holy shit, like this has a really good flavor. For example, this one not looks not full, really good because that crust just tells me that it will have a lot of flavor and probably even like a little bit of spicy flavor. But I don't know if that's just my brain going like, yeah, that probably has a little bit of spice just because it's red. But like, yeah, if you get like a little bit of like a spicy flavor or a flavor which is kind of spicy like pepper and stuff like that, but like something else also with it that is like quite powerful, but like that it balances good with the turkey itself, then I really like it. But for me, it's just like really hard to find that flavor that I go like, yeah, you know what, this is really fucking good turkey, and I want to eat a lot more.
Where I'm from, but everyone raves about the turkey here. Not dry at all. Like a really nice mild seasoning, and like I think
That's also a thing. Many times it actually becomes really dry. Also because I feel like turkey usually like cut in a really thin slices, and so if it's ever so slightly dry, you will notice it, because since they are really thin, then they will have like a less amount of moist in them.
It takes the smoke really well,
Moisture.
turkey. It's like, it reminds me of cold smoked chicken I used to eat when I was growing up. That's yum, super good.
Look at that. That's fucking delicious.
Everything has been really good. Let's go for a pork rib. It's a good looking rib.
Oh boy. I love it when you are able to see that like the meat peeled off right of the bone. I love it when you are able to just take the bone and the meat and you like take them apart with no fucking issue at all. The bone comes right off, right off with any trouble. Clean as fuck.
I really like it. It's not too sweet. Nice and savory, good umami flavor. Really good, nice smell of smoke on it. Not bitter at all. Delicious. Aaron Franklin, thank you so much for not only feeding us today, but taking some time out and having a conversation.
Heck yeah, glad I got fed.
So almost, 15 years next year?
It'll be 15 years. in
Dressing
December.
setup. It
I'm
looks
feeling it.
not very
Down the
industrial.
restaurant
for
in the
me.
pandemic and you're still here.
Yeah, we're still doing it. And the brisket's just now getting tender.
Well, we just ate lunch and it was phenomenal, as to be expected. But I think
My
the
god, that
standout
looks
for me was
fucking
the turkey.
delicious.
Now, we don't get
To be
turkey,
quite honest,
but it was
I
so good.
I am the type of guy that I would probably be able to eat the entirety of that meal, or at least a big portion of it.
Ate lunch and it was
If I am
phenomenal,
hungry, that
as
is. If
expected.
not, I might just eat like half of it or a little bit more than half.
But I think the
But I do
standout
eat
for
an
me
awful
was
lot,
turkey.
so I
We don't
would
get turkey.
probably
Man,
be able
but
to
it
get
was so
really
good.
close to
The
eating it
turkey's
now.
such a sleeper. That's kind of my favorite thing.
Yeah, so what are we talking, like, meat volume wise?
I'd have to pull out a calculator, but I know brisket's sitting between 40 and 45,000.
Look at that. That just looks so
It's a
good.
lot.
That's a lot of
It's a
briskets,
lot.
yeah, yeah.
And there's only 2 briskets on a cow.
I noticed that, like, we just went through, queued up and got some food, and I noticed, there was one cutter, and the guy was swamped, and he took time to, ask
Yeah.
where I was from.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like
conversation,
every single time, it's like, hey, how's it going today? Like, we're just
One cutter. That's actually quite impressive. Like, take in mind that you are like one of the most known, or the most known for barbecue in Texas. It's like you'd expect to maybe have more cutters, because I mean you probably get a lot of customers, and so like keeping up is really hard. Which like that's part of being like a really good cook, right? Being able to keep up with the orders and stuff. But still, I don't know. I still would feel like that's overwhelming. Like, it's actually impressive that like that guy is able to carry the entire thing by himself in terms of cutting. Nice.
so darn excited to have so many people come through here. We don't ever want it to feel like
And he does
just getting
perfect
shoveled
cutting.
through someplace like,
I mean,
what do you want? Get out.
for some reason you are working there.
I was like, no, man, like hang out for a while.
So your brisket, salt and pepper only?
We add a little bit of unicorn blood for the marinade.
Yes.
There's the
Unicorn
hydrogen,
blood. Yeah, I fucking love unicorn blood.
Here's the small children. Yeah, we're always doing stuff. Even just an hour ago, we were testing different salts.
Okay.
We're always changing stuff.
Seems to be a really good staff morale, so I take my hat off to you for that, because like
Thank you very much.
everyone I've met's like, no, Aaron's legit, but good dude, Like,
Some bread, that's actually very interesting. I don't know. I just didn't expect that, like the normal bread that you would see in sandwiches and stuff like that.
good dude, Like,
Aw, I guess I paid him enough.
yeah,
to say that.
yeah.
No, we have such a great team. Like everybody's just so darn kind. We're all, family, and it's my.
I mean, that's very important to have in a restaurant, I feel. Where, like, if the management and, like, the cooks and everything, like, seems to be, like, good and there is no trouble between them, and, like, they are all happy with each other, they interact, like, happily without any issues and stuff. I feel like that just, like, improves the ambient of the entirety of the restaurant, and that just, like, a really huge plus for it.
By far the best team I've ever worked with.
And that makes your stay better, and even your food tastes good, because even if like that doesn't actually like change the flavor, that like just sitting in a place where you feel comfortable and happy, I feel like that and like help your brain to like actually enjoy the food and enjoy the flavor there. And if you are like in a really shitty place, maybe your brain is just like, I mean, yeah, maybe this tastes good, but let's just fucking eat as fast as we can to get out. And maybe yeah, like your brain, just from doing that, kind of like makes it so that that food actually doesn't taste that good as it actually is.
Awesome. Well, Aaron, thank you so much for taking time out.
Heck
brother.
yeah. Thanks for hanging out.
It's been awesome.
Well, safe travels.
We're here at KG Barbecue. Let's go meet Karim and find out what it's all about. Wow, it's very clean in here, chef.
Thank you. We did a quick cleanup before you come in.
It's your mise en place. It's perfect.
Thank
It's
you.
like you're a real
Thank you.
chef. Let's make some food.
I like to start by the sides first.
Sure.
So that this way we don't cut the meat too
Yeah.
early. I call this the pink buttermilk tater salad. The dressing has mayo and
I
butter.
don't know if I will be able to cook in one of those rocks, because I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it would be overwhelming. Like they clearly have everything super well managed and well placed and stuff, but I personally don't think I would be able to do that. I would just get stressed out with the space, because it's like not much, and so it would be really fucking stressful. But that's also like part of being a cook, right? Especially a chef and stuff. Like you need to know how to manage the space and be able to give proper call outs, like, hey, I'm going this way, and just like stuff like that, so that the flow of the kitchen can be perfect, and like there is no trouble with people colliding and stuff like that.
Milk. We put a lot of fresh vegetables in it. There's fresh dill, celery, scallions, and jalapenos. This is the baladi salad.
Yeah.
There's so many different versions of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
In Egypt, like you said, every household makes their food differently.
Yeah.
This is my uncle's recipe. He puts a lot of vinegar, a lot of salt
Okay.
in his salad,
I like
so
it.
so it works really well
Yeah.
with barbecue.
Yeah, yeah.
We top that off with a little palm seeds. Let's make our rice bowl now. Probably our best-selling side.
Yeah.
It's also one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It has a lot of
Smells good.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of aroma,
Yeah.
a lot of flavor.
Yeah, yeah.
We used jasmine rice, so we put cinnamon sticks and turmeric. You can see here.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
our
rice.
rice kit.
So that goes into
Jesus,
every one of those.
sir.
that's a huge fucking rice cooker.
Yeah.
I love your efficiency.
Thank you.
It's so
Thank
good.
you. Yeah, we have kits for everything. So we start with a bit of the Mediterranean rice, and to that we add.
Just give me one of those bottles filled with nuts and stuff. I will eat them entirely. I will eat the entire
Mediterranean,
boat, and the entire fucking shit. I forgot my English. Yeah, like the entire, not bottle, but the entire container.
rice.
Just by myself in a second.
Nice chopped brisket. We do a blend.
Give me
of,
just a couple of
dairy
minutes and it will
to,
be completely
homemade
gone.
sausage, kofta, lamb bacon rib, lamb chop, and this is our smoked chicken kebab. And you know, because why not? I'll just give you a slice of brisket or so.
Because we're in
Because we're in Texas.
We're in Texas.
You have to. This is our Egyptian
the
style.
Egyptian style.
Mac and cheese. You
Smart.
got nice
Egyptian
chunks
style.
of tomatoes in here.
Curious.
Fresh garlic. And then
Actually,
also we
looks
have
pretty
our,
good.
Lamb
Look at
shoulder.
that
This is like
cheese.
second level pulled pork. It's so much better. Give you a little slice of the kofta.
the best part of the chicken too, the thigh.
Exactly. We try not to waste time here.
No.
There is no doubt there. The best part of the kitchen is the thigh, all the way around. It's the juiciest. It has a lot of meat. Overall, it's just go there.
Bacon rib,
Lamb bacon.
lamb breast.
Never had it smoked.
It is fantastic.
Yeah,
Look at that.
See, that's also quite, and I like it.
Really cool.
It tastes even better than it looks. I'll give you my favorite part, the moist burnt end. All right,
Beautiful.
We're gonna take that
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the sandwich fridge,
Sounds good.
and we'll do all the garnishes. This is dukka.
Yep.
It's an Egyptian spice blend, and then we like to add a little bit of the pickled onions for every tray. Super bright, fresh.
Yeah.
We add sumac to this, which is dried berry native to the Middle East. We add dukka to all of our lamb products, as well as the chimichurri. I know it is not Egyptian, but it goes so well with lamb.
So this is just mint or cilantro as well?
This is parsley,
Just parsley.
and it has fresh serrano.
Chimichurri is one of those things that it's really easy to make, and it just tastes super good with many types of meat.
And we're gonna add za'atar to the mac and cheese, And then let's dress our rice bowl here. Fluffy
One
and
thing
nice.
that I do like to do a lot is put some kind of herb, especially parsley. One thing it's called, yeah, parsley. Which is like, usually it doesn't have like that much flavor, but you just put it on top of, I don't know, pasta or basically like any other thing that with many things that you can just put a little bit of this on top, and that just will make the food look a lot better than it might actually be. And it's just putting that little bit of parsley on
Rice,
top.
the heavy brisket, and the freshness of the salad, the creamy tahini.
Oh, yum.
And then we had the toasted candied nuts.
Oh
And
my.
always a nice top
Oof,
of our
that
pomegranate
fucking
seeds.
looks
And
so
then,
good.
last but not least, our pomegranate barbecue sauce. I'm also very proud of this recipe. This is a ketchup-based Texas style barbecue sauce that we put pomegranate molasses.
So
and
West
pomegranate
Texas
juice
style onion.
in it. You know, it's a good day. It's a good tray when you run out of space. Last thing, our pistachio rice pudding.
Amazing.
Alright, there we have it.
That
Yeah,
train is
classic,
begging for
English
his
barbecue
for his
spread
life,
there.
being like, "Eh, please stop adding stuff to me. I cannot fit anymore. This didn't you just added it was supposed to be physically impossible to put,
Kareem,
and you
I can
somehow
honestly
managed.
say
Please
this is
stop.
the nicest looking plate of barbecue
Wait, wait,
I've
wait,
ever
wait, wait,
seen.
wait. Am I
Thank you.
seeing that correctly? Did it have some?
And pomegranate juice. You know, it's a
How
good
is this
day-
called?
It's a good tray when you run out of space.
Pistachio.
last thing, our-
Pistachios in it.
Juice
Let me have a look.
in it. You know, it's a good day. It's a good tray when you run out of space. Last thing, our
Okay.
pistachio rice pudding.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is pistachio. That.
There we have it.
Thank you, chef.
Classic.
How is it pronounced? One more.
Pistachio rice pudding.
Pistachio.
There we
Right.
have it.
Thank you, chef.
Classic.
Yeah,
Cajun
that
barbecue spread
I
here.
fucking love pistachio. It just tastes so good. Though finding an ice cream of pistachio, or it's pronounced, it's really hard. And I like it's one of my favorite, not to say my favorite, fucking hell, favorite type of ice cream. But it's just really, really hard to find one that actually tastes good. Now doesn't taste like fake ass pistachio. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you find a good one, it's like just god tier.
Incredible.
Kareem, I can honestly
Oh
say
boy.
this is the nicest
Oof.
looking plate of barbecue I've ever seen.
Thank
it's
you so much.
stunning. You've been incredibly welcoming into us into your truck, and I can't thank you enough. But that's enough talking because I go eat one of these lamb
Yeah,
chops.
yeah, please.
What do you reckon?
Enough
I dip it?
talking.
You should add a little bit of the
I do
chimichurri
much
to it.
now. Much now.
This is something I secretly do. I watch my customers eat out of the window.
The man is just there with crossed arms, just staring right into your soul while you eat. Super judgmental, just like judging you completely, like you fucking enjoying the food, boy. Oi, boy, enjoying your food.
It's so good. It is so good. And I think the reason that it's so good is not only the fact that the flavors work so well together, but the love and passion that this man puts into this.
Thank you.
So, brother, thank you very much. Thank you
If,
so much.
if he sees you making a little face of maybe this is not that good, he just gets a little bit closer and closer and closer each time. And eventually he's right next to you and he just starts to lean forward and puts his face right between you. Right beside your face. Almost like resting it in your shoulders and being like, you sure you don't like it?
For being here and.
But not saying anything, just
Texas and Egypt.
you just look at him and you already know he's saying that.
I would love
Show you
that.
how we throw some shrimp on the barbie.
Okay.
All right, that's it. Austin, you've been absolutely incredible. I've eaten my own body weight in barbecue and I've picked up heaps of tips and tricks along the way. Now it's time for me to take that information, head home and develop a recipe that I can share with you guys so you can make some Texas barbecue at home. Anyway, like this video if you took anything from it, subscribe if you're not, and we'll see you next week for the recipe. Peace.
I might do this more often, to be quite honest. This is actually really fun. Fun to do. Oh yeah, Joey just proposed fuck, I have too many names in my head. I wanna think Harry Potter. No, a guy and the fuck. Well, his girlfriend. Sorry if I forgot the name. My brain is kind of full with names right now, and I also like some god names in general. But yeah, I might do this more often. I really like it, especially cooking videos. I don't know. I really like cooking, so I feel like I can talk a lot more about like cooking stuff. So yeah, if I do that again, if I do watch videos again, I will probably watch cooking videos and just do the usual stuff that I just did right now, where I just talk over them. Well, not over them, but like I pause them, I talk, I give my opinions, I just talk whatever comes to mind about cooking, and then we continue watching the videos. I just really like enjoy doing this type of stuff, to be completely honest with you. Okay, now having said that, I will be actually doing some modeling for a bit. Wait, there might be an actual category for watching videos. I'm not quite sure. Is there? Is there something like watch or something like that? Because I didn't know that they added one for watching like movies and stuff. But you know my opinion about that. When it's like, yeah, that's no, that's actually kind of illegal, because movies and animes and stuff, the majority do have like um, author fucking laws. Well, like basically you cannot watch them to gain like any type of revenue and stuff like that. So it's technically illegal. But yeah, and also like, well, I also don't like it because the majority of people just watch them and they just stay silent and they are just literally watching them. And it's like, yeah, people are there just because they are actually watching the movie, not because they are watching you and they are interested in you. They are just interested in what you are watching. Watch TV, watch party, watch party. Watch party, I don't know why it's still there, because they got rid of that function. Which I do not remember why, but I just don't like the fact that I got rid of it. But it's like, I think Amy said that maybe it was because of money, but then again, it's like, yo, it's fucking Amazon. It has like a fucking infinite amount of money. Yeah, they may have done it for that, but it's like, man, you're a multimillionaire company. Come on, stop fucking being greedy as fuck, and just leave that like needle function as a mechanic, or like that little thing that you added to Twitch that is really fun and that people are enjoying a lot. Just leave it there just as an option, you know? It's really, really nice. But no, they just decided to just fucking completely get rid of it and be like, nah, you know what? Fuck it. But yeah, well, yeah, there doesn't seem to be like an actual watch category or anything. But I guess I can put art for now, since I'm gonna do Blender. Yeah. Quick bridge and fun. I don't know. That should do the job. Now let me update this stuff. And now I have Blender open up. Now I just need to share it with you guys. Let me have a look here. No, 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 no. The best. Wait, no. Brave, no. Blender, there we go. Yeah, that's it. Now let me just put this in the right size. Alright. Yeah, let's have a look. No, that's not it. That's not it either. That's an autosave. That's an autosave. Reach. Yeah. So, now here's the thing, right? I need to fix this bridge. Just let me check that this is actually updated. Yeah, this is actually updated. Okay. Can you open up, please? Okay, but then there is not responding. Let's fucking go. Okay, you're responding now. Did you know? You don't actually seem to be responding. This should not be that heavy on my PC. I mean, I'm just in Eevee rendering, not in cycles. It should be okay, but I can also like model it straight up in normal mode, I guess. Okay, what the fuck? No. The fuck? How the fuck did I activate that shit? Alright. This is a li- Oi, what the fuck is the fucking showing me? This Discord stuff, I think. No, it's just like detecting my... Yeah, okay, I think, yeah, this is for streaming stuff. I don't know if you see that overlay, you probably don't. Every time I do shift, which is really important for me to move, that stuff activates again. Okay, so the main issue that I have right here is that I just need to like actually just get rid of these parts, and that's just about it. Which I guess I can actually leave this probably here, and I don't actually need to get rid of this as well. But I will get rid of it because it makes like a lot more sense actually. So let's actually do it this way. I think this is a lot better. Now let me see if doing not vertices, but probably we can do a little face. Yeah, face should be fine. Okay, no, fucking hell. And the problem here is that this needs to Jesus fucking Christ. Please, can you stop fucking showing up Discord stuff? I think that's because I am in stream mode, and so it's like detecting that stuff. Okay, I need to wrong thing. No, fucking hell. I need to Jesus Christ. Discord stuff, can you just stop showing off, please? Showing up, please. I would really appreciate it. I just need to delete all of that stuff, yeah. As for this, I don't need a shift. I don't need to select it, so... I accidentally deselected that. Right, select all this stuff. Let's remove face probably. Is this actually selected? Did I have double... I might have double duplicated stuff. No, I didn't. However, is this a face? Yeah, that's a face. Okay, that's good. Alright. So yeah, maybe I should not have like completely deleted that, because then that means that this is exposed, and I don't actually want to have that exposed. Maybe no, maybe I just need to change that, the color of that, and that's about it. No, because the thing would be that I actually like want all of these to be aligned with this, right? Okay, can you just not? Okay, so how many are you? You should be 4. You are more than 4. The main issue here then is what? You wrap around, so you're actually fine, but you are not quite fine for some reason, which is that even though you wrap around, you don't wrap around where I would like you to finish. You finish a lot earlier, and this is actually that. That may be a little bit of an issue, not gonna lie, because this is supposed to actually end right here and not there. And so that looks really fucking bad. If I go to vertices, this and this should be aligned. That and that should be the same. First of all, major issue. There is duplicates here. Oh, okay, well, they are not technically duplicates because they are just far away as for it to not be like an actual problem. Well, yeah, this and this should actually be the exact same, right? Or it's not. If you look closely, this actually has fucking hell. This actually has an edge which is pointing, and this vertex of the bridge. So is this also part of the bridge? Yes, it is part of the bridge. Is there one that's not part of the bridge? No, there is not. So my main issue is this then, which is like, yeah, you technically should be this and then this and this, but then we have like these little issues right here, right? Where it's like, well, you technically should end over here, and then it's like, yeah, you should, but you cannot. Maybe I'm just thinking that you cannot when you actually can. You probably can, right? There is like no actual like major problem. Oh, maybe a bit of a problem that is that I am not actually like making this to be actually combined with this, so maybe I just need to make it so that these and these are actually part of the wall, like they are not separate parts, because the problem is just mainly that they are separate parts, because if this was actually combined with this, then there wouldn't be a problem, because it's just like, well, you just do that and then you have like the complete stuff, but that's not like the actual case, so I will have to go like but I will have to do that with the entirety of the thing. So let me actually change this a bit. I actually kind of wanted it to be like separate parts. I don't think like that's ideal, because sure thing I can do this, but then this is a bit of a mess and it looks kind of ugly and should not actually be that way, but I guess just to like not have to change this a bit is probably fine, and there is like probably not that much of a problem, because at the end of the day, like, you're actually not seeing like the inside of this, and so you will probably not notice this being like really fucking ugly and being like badly made. Well, yeah, let's just stick to this. And besides, it's just for a school, and like we are not like actually like 3D artists, so probably doesn't matter. Let's just go with the simple stuff then. It's not like the proper things, yeah, which I know, yeah, I know, this is actually like fucking ugly and you should not be doing this. And it's an actual really simple fix, as I said, but I don't know, I just kinda don't care, to be fully honest with you. Okay, well, that will leave the bridge there. Now though, however, this does actually look pretty awful. So I guess you would actually want to actually not make it that way and actually make it so that yeah, sure, like there is like you can actually walk over here, but then this should actually be upward, a lot more upwards than there probably. me think about this then. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go back a bit. Me go back a fair bit. And then I will fix this. Right. So you can go back now. Return a lot more. Yeah, actually no, like return more. Yeah, there we go. So what I would actually want to do is probably end it there, and then I mean technically probably also like end it here, but maybe I actually want to get rid of this. Would be a little bit weird though, but probably that's like the best thing that I can do. That, or I actually like delete it as I had it before, and then I just like extend that and all the way, you know. That'll be a little bit weird, so I think I will go with this option. To be honest, although it would be like kind of nice to have a little bit of stairs, maybe, like being like, wait, like let's suppose that this is going to be a little stairs or a little ramp, okay? And then you just go like a little bit like this, and then you just drag this a little bit backwards and stuff like that, and then you kind of like just make a little ramp there or little staircase. Maybe something like that would be like better. But yeah, I might do an actual like ramp, so like make it so that it's not like that ugly. Well, it might also not be like completely necessary. I will probably make a ramp so that it just looks a little bit better, and you will like have a floor that is completely aligned and nothing like way too weird. So yeah, I will be doing that then. Alright. Then let me do this. Let me just delete that part of the wall. So let's just do this then. Let's go a little bit upwards where that's actually selected now. The thing that we don't want to select is this and this. Now we are fine. And now over here we also want to select all of this. So we select, and then we do a remove face. There we go. And now it should be fairly easy, where I can actually do this now with no problem, right? Will I have any problem over here? That should be fine. It should be with this. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is a lot better. And now you should go with this. There we go. Now that's a lot better. Also, you can see how the texture is no longer like giving any big issue here. I mean, yeah, this is metal, but that's a quick fix. I also like need to make this a solid piece. I need to make a face here so that there is no fucking holes or anything that might make things look a little weird. Now I just assign new concrete. Does it look weird? Not really. It seems to be looking pretty good actually. I mean, this will actually probably be like kind of deleted now I think about it. So we might as well actually delete it for now. So let me go back a bit. Okay, the fucking Discord doing that shit is actually pretty annoying. It's annoying the living shit out of me, not gonna lie. Yeah, we will leave that for now, just because we are going to eventually do like the ramp as I said, and so that should fix the problem, let's say. So now then, I also would actually need to delete this then, right? Probably. Yeah, let's leave that, and then we will see what we do about the ramp. So now you and you and you and you, right? It's those two, right, that I need. Yeah, and then it will be you and you, and also you there. We do this stuff. This is concrete. Yeah, that's also concrete. That's good. And this stuff as well should be, yeah, this stuff should also actually be faces, which that's also one thing that I messed up previously, that I was seeing that huge hole, also because I actually didn't select the proper things. I didn't make the proper faces. Alright, now you go there. That's actually bridge now, so we just need to assign concrete. There we go, and then save with this stuff. We just repeat the same stuff, and then we should be good. There we go. Actually, huge problem over here. Are we selecting the right stuff? Yeah, we are. Okay, yeah, in this place we actually don't have like any issues with selecting the actual like frame where the bridge is saved. So yeah, I don't actually need to worry about that, and that's good to know. Alright, now here, how the fuck do we do this now? First of all, you also need to be completed. And now I look at it. Yeah. Not completed? Yeah, that's completed. Okay. Problem here is that, yeah, I might actually want to bring you back, maybe? Wait, no, maybe I don't want to actually bring you back. And so how I would actually do this is just maybe bringing this like backwards or something. I will have to extrude this probably. Just doing something like a little extrude this stuff over here, let's say. Okay, now before extruding I would need to make make one of these cuts over here and put it, I don't know, around there. It's probably fine. And then I will just have to go like, yeah, we extrude this stuff now. And we would just need to align it perfectly with these new lines, and then that should be it in theory. Have a look. Okay, that's that. Where am I going? I need to go with the X. I have the X, but I am not able to see where I am leaving this actually. Now I think about it, because I was not in wire mode. Okay. Now, let me do a little bit of zooming in. Make sure that this is basically fully lined up. Well, does it actually need to be lined up? Now that I think about it, I don't actually think it needs to. And at the end of the day, this is going to be a ramp now that I think about it. So this should actually be more in a place that makes it look a little bit better like a ramp. So maybe something like that, and then we will go something like this, and then over this side, this point, and then that will be a triangle, and that's no good. That will be a triangle. That's a little bit of a problem, ain't it? We don't like tries. Well, we're actually we're in a video game, so tries are actually good. Not a huge fan though of using them, but because they are actually good. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, and then we could probably make like a little extrusion here, and then be like, well, now it's 4, so it's fine. And then it will look a little bit weird, wouldn't it? I guess I can do something like that and make it not look so weird. Instantly a ramp will also make it maybe look a little bit weird, so you know what, fuck it, let's actually do a little extrusion just so that I don't feel like bad with myself with making tries. And that's about it. Okay, yeah, let's go with that. That actually already kind of a try. Okay, so this and this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. One, 2, 3, 4, and we don't want that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. It should also be 4. There we go. And now it should just be something like this: 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Right? Yeah. And then over here, same thing as previous time. There we go. And then it's a little bit weird, but maybe not that weird. The fact that we have like a little small ramp over here. Okay, no. Let's try to lower this a little bit first. Go a little bit downwards and try to actually match it up with this. Well, I can actually probably match it if I do something like this, and then I go something like a 0. Okay, maybe not. No, look, 0. You are the one going up, and I want you to be the one going down. So let me lower this a bit, and then I can actually try to do a 0. Why are you still going up though? I don't like the fact of you going up. Do I need to lower this a little bit more, maybe? Something more like that, maybe? Let's have a look. S0. S0, sorry. That actually line up now. Maybe that's actually line up now? Let's suppose it is. Alright. A little step right there. Which clearly is not ugly as fuck, but you know what, fucking. And then we can actually drag this just a little bit further away. Make it like super weird. Or maybe not that much. I mean, something like that would actually be kind of nice, but let's just make like a little step. Nothing too big, but nothing too little either. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's a decent step probably. And then from there we can actually start to move this stuff to make it look like an actual ramp and not like something super fucking weird. Right. Let me look at it then. X? Yeah, X. Okay. Might not be perfect, but that looks pretty straight to me. Now I will complete this stuff, and I will also move that a little bit farther away in the X so that it looks not that steep, because right now it looks like a really goddamn steep ramp. So yeah, let me actually just start to move this an awful lot more. Yeah, something like that should be fine. Was probably better to do a step, to be quite honest, now that I am looking at it, but either way we should be fine. Hopefully. Okay, let me actually take this back and then just go like, yeah, you know what, let me select this stuff, let me like select the entirety of this line. Wait, what the fuck? The fuck you mean? Are there duplicates or anything? No. Then why the hell are you not making a... like an entire loop. Is it because I need to maybe connect this stuff first and then it will actually detect it as a loop? Maybe, hopefully, we'll see. Yeah, look. Alright, fill, I don't know, make a face. Alright, now, having that, will you actually detect this as a loop? No, you do not. Well, I will not be bothering that much with that, to be quite honest. Alright, let me bring you, okay, and you stop doing that, please. Let me bring you around there, should be probably fine. It's kind of a big ramp, but it's probably fine, right? I axe now. Yeah, let's make it something like that, probably. Fucking camera position with the fucking Discord stuff is actually kind of difficult, not gonna lie. It just makes it more tedious, not difficult, but tedious to do. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, something like that's fine. I mean, it's stretchy as fuck, to be quite honest. It's actually really, really fucking stretchy. But it's probably fine. I could actually probably make this like a fucking more even ramp. And almost I get rid of this stuff, but then that will be a little bit weird, so I will just leave it like this for now. Now let me select this stuff and make all of this stuff concrete to see how that looks. Assign. There we go. That's a little bit better. Well, maybe this should actually not be fully concrete. And let me actually like do something here. Let me do this. Let me unselect this. Let me now move this stuff. Okay, let me move this stuff now with X. Alright, first of all, let me actually like do a little dissolve here. Now I actually want to select all this stuff. They did want all the way around, yes it is. And now I just want to align this perfectly so that this is not so much of a mess. And I am making a try again, aren't I? Now I look about at it. Not really 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, this as if I made a try though. Might as well just have made a drawing actually now that I look at it. I mean, at the end of the day, this is the same as just making a drawing because sure, I do have 1, 2, 3 and 4 points. If I just did this, then I will have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, 1, 2, 3. And then that will be it. And here I have 1, 2, 3, and that's actually it. And where the fuck is the other point here? There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's better to just make a drawing then. Okay, I just messed that one up. With no fucking sense now that I look at it, so let's just redo this a little bit because there is no point in doing all this bullshit. Now I look at it, at the end of the day I'm making a try. So who the fuck cares anymore? Yeah, sure, this is an actual quad, but we'll end up making a try eventually. So yeah, it doesn't really matter now, does it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, nah, fuck this shit. Let's make a triangle. We can manage with just one triangle. Probably not that much of a big deal. Alright, let's go with this then. Need a little merge then. Merge by distance. What the fuck do you mean by that? It's not a merge by distance. Okay then, let's do a vertex. And now I can actually do this the proper way. I just make this a triangle. Okay. Now That so far is not a triangle, that's an actual quad, but here is where the triangle comes in. But that's way too little, so we will probably not notice it that much at least. We might actually notice it quite a bit because I will take this further away, probably. And now that's selected, this is selected, this is all completed, and now I just need to complete this side as well. No, wrong thing. You and you and you, and that's an entire face as well. That's well placed, but this stuff is not. Yeah, let me make this actual concrete. Might look a little bit weird to be honest, but let's just make it concrete. There we have it. There we go. Yeah, it might be like a good idea to actually make this stuff, as I said, and I actually have something here like that, and then we just would do like an AML, delete a few of that stuff and stuff like that, but I think I will leave it like that, because that will actually be a quad. Then I can kind of drag that to not be so weird, but I think I will leave it like that, and I will just not care. I mean, the visual is not that important, so for now I will go with that. We don't need to worry that much about the visuals. It's mainly about like the mechanics of the game and stuff being well programmed, so we can leave it like that for now. Okay, let me have a look though. I mean, this that actually looks pretty straight to me, so I will leave it like that, and then I will just maybe push this a little bit farther away, maybe. Or is that like good enough? I mean, that's a pretty steep climb up, but yeah, just in case, just because of how the character is programmed and stuff, I will like actually make it a little bit less steeper, just to make sure that we don't have like any issues with the character and stuff like that, not being able to climb it. Well, that's about it. What happens if I also select this, for example? Will I have any issues? Will that make this look a little bit stranger? Maybe a little bit. Who the fuckers? We can just drag this forward a little bit to make it less strange. Something around there seems to be pretty good. Now, what happens if I add this line? Will that improve stuff? No. Then let me do a cube project, yes. That actually fixed it. Looks like good texturing to me. Maybe it repeats a little bit too much. It should be fine. Once more, the visuals is not that important, and that's actually quite easy like to fix. I just would have to go here into shading. Actually, I just come right here and I just go with like scales. And then I just scale it up a little bit more, and that's about it. We'll have to go with that looks a little bit too high up, so let's make it something like minus, I don't know, minus 0.8. Looks actually pretty good. Minus point. Minus 0.1, let's say for now. Looks a lot better. Okay, well, that'll be it for the fun and stuff. So let me actually save it really quick. I will have to export it as well. But once I like export everything back, I will be doing that. And for now, I can create a new file. New general, let's go. Let me delete all this stuff. Now I need to make a cube, let's say. Let me have a look at stuff now. about like fans, I need like the fans wings. Well, not wings, but like the blades to get a better idea of stuff, and then we are good. Alright, let me have a look here. And we have, for how long have I been streaming? 1 hour and a half. Okay. Fun. Fun. If I search fun, will an actual fan appear? Or will fun as fans will appear? Okay, actual fans appear. Okay, fun. Something like this I actually want, but scaling it up. Let me go with fan blades then. Fan blades. Yeah, fan blade. Now that I think about it, I actually want like a. Well, no, it shouldn't matter. Well, I was thinking about something, but it's probably fine as I have it. A bit weird though, but it's probably fine. I don't know. Could change some stuff in my code to make it a lot easier on me. No, I think about it. I think I wasted a lot of hours trying to make something that I might completely get rid of. You know what I mean? But who the fuck cares? Right now I don't care that much. Okay, well, let me go with something. Yeah, something like this is probably fine. I think I will go with these ones. Yeah. Now then, let me actually then move this into Unity now. Same image as where am I? Download. No, let's go with documents. Let's go with Blender. Temporal. Like design. We'll go with Blender now, and then reference images. This is a web. I want you to be actually PNG, so am I saving you like an image or like a link? Save as image, you are actually as a web for some reason. Okay, I need you to change to image. Well, we'll do that in a bit. So I know that you're not seeing anything right now. I don't know why it stopped capturing Blender whenever I'm not actually in Blender. But just give me a sec here. Oh, fucking hell. I accidentally messed this one up. I clicked enter before I wanted to. We need actually save this. Oh, no, we didn't. Alright. Let me delete this really quick, and then let me save this again really quick. No, we are good. Right. Now we should be fine. I need a bigger desk for whenever in the future I move. I need to make sure that I have a bigger desk. Okay, my mouse is finally ripping off. Like this part of the mouse is finally like ripping off. Well, it should be fine. Alright. Now let me have a look then. It's actually a lot better, but I can kinda make that later on. It doesn't actually matter that much. Besides, as I said, it's only like something temporary, so it should be fine. Alright. Alright, let me have a look then. Blender, I need to do an image. So image, should reference. Now in reference image background build reference fan blade, and then in settings maybe view world, add image as empty. There we go. RX, let me put you at 90 degrees. Now let me check a look, and then I just need to select the cube and start to modify it. Okay, let me make the cube a little bit smaller for now. The thing is, the blades actually come out of the cube, so they are, what number are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if we make it so that 2 come out and then 3, it's not an even number. That's a bit of a hassle. I can make each blade independent and then just combine them to the center, maybe somehow. Okay, for now I think I will just make the blades independently, which I just need to actually like make one now that I think about it. And then I just kind of like rotate them and position them, which there is probably a way to make it with a rye, but for now I will worry about that later, and I will just make one independent blade, and then I will just basically be like copying it many times, which I know that I can copy it and put it in the correct way with an array, so I will just be doing that. Okay, let me have a look then. Let's go a little bit upwards. Something like that should do, and then let's go and try to put it in the middle, around the middle. Let's scale, maybe not that much in the middle actually, so now I need to move you a little bit more. There we go. Now downwards. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. And now I just need to move this stuff. Okay. Really quick. X. I'm sorry if I fucking suck at modeling and also like streaming. I don't know. I'm just not good at focusing in two things at the same time. To be quite honest, I fucking suck at it. So this will actually probably be like this the last time that I stream modeling, because yeah, I just realized that I am still not able to do this kind of stuff. When I streamed in Spanish, I knew that I fucking sucked at it, but now streaming in English, I have noticed that the same thing happens even if if time has passed quite a bit. And now I even stream in a language where I somehow feel some more comfortable. Okay. No, fucking stop. Okay, zoom in, please. Thanks. Okay, go a little bit more over here. Around there should be fine. Maybe we can make it a little bit smaller. Then we can just add another cut over here, and then it's fine. Can you just add the cut? What the fuck is going on? Okay, I just didn't see it. Okay, now actually, yeah, like select that stuff again. Okay, make a little bit more over here, and then I just need to actually move it and not actually scale it. And something like that should be fine. Now I just need to also move this a tiny bit to the left. So let's select this stuff, let's move a little bit to the left. Something like that should be fine. I can deselect this now and move this stuff to the left. Okay, Move this stuff to the left. There we go. Alright. Now that should be fine. Not the best shape, but that's pretty close. And now taking in mind that this stuff is actually like pretty lean, and just make it super thin, like actual fan blades, and then we should be fine. Wait, let me get a better look here. A little bit thinner, little bit thinner, little bit, okay, maybe not that thinner. Alright, let me redo this really quick. SY, yeah. And something like that might actually do the job. Yeah. And then let's just do 4, Control 4. It should be adding the subsurface modifier in theory, or maybe not. 4, 5, 6. Wait, what the fuck? 5? Only with 5 it works. Well, you know what? Okay, that's fair enough. That works for me. Now, taking in mind this shape, I kinda need to adjust this. Adjust this, but before adjusting it, need to select this and make it a little bit transparent, which I know I can do. You need to remember where the fuck that transparency was. Okay, it's over here. Opacity, that's the thing. Alright, now let me just make it a little bit opaque. Now I can actually start to work with this. Alright. Oh, when I put this actually becomes way too opaque, so maybe let's bring you up a little bit more. So it's not like that opaque. Okay, something like that's probably fine even if I'm in edit mode, yeah. Alright, now I just need to make a few cuts to make it so this is a lot more closer to how it will actually be. It would actually need to be like, yeah, a lot more sharp, something like that. This doesn't need to be like perfect either, like it just needs to be like pretty close, but like nothing out of the ordinary either. Should probably have taken the measures of the other side so that they are equally far apart, but yeah, I didn't thought that one through that much, to be quite honest. So let's actually repeat this. What happens if I do this then, and then I do a little X? Eh? Yeah, I imagine as much. Okay, then let me then do this, and then something like that, which is how much? 0.7. Alright, and then over here it should also be 0.7 then in that case, I guess. 0.7. Alright. Well, that's basically a blade there. And then maybe I also want to put another loop over here so that it looks a lot more like a blade. And then there we go, we have a basic blade. Not the best blade ever, but a pretty solid one. I know that it's actually a lot more sharper, as you can see there. And I can actually make it like super sharp if I actually like made this a lot closer. If I made it super close, then it would actually be like really fucking sharp. I just didn't thought like it was completely fucking necessary, to be quite honest. But sure, we can just make it really sharp then. 0.8. And then let's also make you a 0.8 then. 0.8, there we go. That's about it. Sure, maybe it's a little bit like more wider than it should be, maybe. That looks about right, to be completely honest with you. I will leave that as it is. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, well, now it should be something like boolean array or something like that, which it should be somewhere around here. Geometry boolean. I mean, this could actually work now that I think about it. We just have to go like, no, like, yeah, 360, Unscrew, no. Unscrew, no. Around this way? Yeah, around that way. And then like screw, no. Iterations, 1 through 2 iterations, no. Oh fuck, this is going to crash, eh? Maybe I made the stream crash. And we still up. Maybe I pushed it way too far. It's quite a high possibility, not gonna lie. Iteration 100, yeah, no. Definitely not iterations. This stuff. No, this stuff is that. Step. Maybe it's completely the wrong thing. I mean, yeah, we kind of want this, but for it to be different objects, so let's actually try with the thing that makes more sense, which is actually like array. Yeah, array. Now, counts. Let's go with how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, but 9 is not like an actual solid number. I will go with 8. It should be 9 in theory, but I will actually go with 8. Contact, no, offset. Right. Object offset. Merge, no. Newbies, no. Gap start, right. No. Why factor? What? Okay, let me have a look then. Fixed count, fixed length, fixed curve. Curve? What do you mean by curve? On offset, object merge, curve. Okay, now let's go with count. Factor X, factor Y, factor C. Said, yeah, but there is probably a way for me to do this, but I just don't know how to do it. But like there is no like actual like rotation or anything, so it would be like, yeah, you apply this and then you move each one. There's probably a way to make it so that it actually does it in a round way. Well, I will do that off camera probably because I need to do a little bit of research. So let me just save it for now and be like, this is the fun. There we go. Save in Blender, yes, as a Blender file. That will be actually, I will actually probably leave it here. Tomorrow we will probably actually play, tomorrow we will actually play the Deponia. But I'm gonna send you guys with that once more. So there you go, guys. Let me do a quick raid then. Right, tomorrow should be a lot more entertaining than me just fucking fucking modeling, which I'm not able to comment at all or be like any bit of entertaining during me modeling, to be completely honest. But yeah, well, anyways, thanks so much for passing by and hanging out, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. You all have a good one. Bye bye.